everyone, I am Misfit, and welcome to DraftAnalyzer.com's Misfit's Fantasy Sports. This is a series in which I will discuss all things fantasy sports and Draft Analyzer related. I will personally answer user questions, filling you in on the state of current drafts from the various sites, showing you how to get the most from your app and your drafts for all experience levels. I want to urge all our users to be absolutely sure to check out our special bonus launch episode of the show, as it provides about the most in-depth and comprehensive explanation of how both me and Jay use the app that you will find. I go over all our settings using a recent MFL 10 draft and even show you my personal player list and targets. In today's episode, I am going to go over what I refer to as the Thigh Master of Draft Strategies. This awful zero running back junk everyone is trying to push on you. I then go into some keeper and dynasty advice that some may not want to hear, but it's gonna win you some cash. I then finish up talking about contest selection and buy-ins. Chasing the big prize is not always the way. The first thing I want to touch base on are all these articles I have been seeing on so many sites. And to be very frank, I think it's very irresponsible of these writers to even suggest using this strategy. As I promise you, it does not work and it will not work. It is what they are calling zero running back strategy. This is where you will build most of the main body of your rosters targeting late round RBs and praying for hits off the waiver wire during season. Now, this is insane, and I cannot beg you enough to not listen to this nonsense. You purchase the best projections and app available to draft the best and most solid teams possible. You do not win by praying for people's players to go down, nor by trying to get lucky in playing the waiver wire. Most cash leagues' waiver wire are worst to first weekly. If you are winning, you ain't gonna get none of them top ads that week. You have to survive on your solid draft. I see them cite examples such as how people were selecting Coleman over Freeman, yet Freeman was the one who held the value. Well, not the smart ones. I had Devontae in over 38 leagues and owned Coleman once. They also failed to mention Coleman was being wrongfully drafted so high because of their bad advice and bad projections. Now they are trying to offer you bad solutions to their bad advice and bad projections. Do not fall for it. They will also tell you WRs do not get hurt as much, nor are they as much of a risk as RBs. Well, here are a few names of the WRs in rounds 1 to 3 last season. Dez, Jordy, Evans, Allen, Edelman, Benjamin, Jeffrey, T.Y., Calvin. That is nearly a round of early WRs, all who missed significant time. How are they more reliable? I also do not care what silly stats they quote. Ask them for real life data. How many leagues did they win applying this method? What percentage? I want to know how the data applies to real drafts and leagues. To tell you the truth, I don't really need to hear it, but the public does, because I already know the answers. I employ a very RB-heavy draft strategy in almost all of my leagues, even at MFL, which has a 3 WR set. And I cashed in a solid 50% of my leagues at MFL and made the playoffs in 29 of 39 cash leagues at RTS. That's 75%. Now, if I have an RB heavy strategy and won that much, how well could their silly zero RB and pray strategy go? Again, not very well. At least not against me, and certainly not against the app. I can't say this enough. Pays no attention to these irresponsible and misleading articles on new draft strategies. Consider them as nutty as the latest fad diet. They seek to create shortcuts because they cannot beat or overcome the proven methods. Make no mistake about it, this is the thigh master of fantasy sports, if you get my meaning. It's a useless tool. Let the best projections available combined with the algorithms of the app do for you what it has been doing for so many top players for years. Draft a team in which others need to get lucky, not you. Draft and pray is not a strategy. Allow the app to do what you bought it for. Draft you a winning team that will sustain your season. For all you users who participate in live drafts, turn your draft board into something unique and memorable for draft day with Draft Board Hero. Immortalize your league's zeros or toilet bowl champions, past winners or heroes. Celebrate team pride or add a little spice to one's draft. Draft Board Hero offers draft boards in all league styles and sizes and are fully customizable. Order yours today at draftboardhero.com. Next, I want to talk about leagues that can be a little touchy to those that play in them, and those are keeper leagues. The very best advice I can give you is please let the app and projections work for you and allow it to draft a team that wins now, not 3 years from now. Please do not be the guy who passes on proven vets to draft some rookie who may not even be in the league 2 years from now as he's not even won a job yet. You will still get a good mix of young players combined with proven vets. And don't forget, a new crop of rookies becomes available every year. Win this year, win next year, and the year after that. If the league is even still around in 3 years, and I do mean if, you have already won enough money to suffer a bad season or two while rebuilding at that point. And on top of it, banked pretty well. Do not be insane chasing money 3 years off when there is cash to be had now. Draft McCoy, not some unproven rookie. Do not pass on the Rex for young players, then wonder why you did not do well. You know why. Because you chose a player for value 3 years from now instead of a player with value to make you win this year. That's a very, very bad choice. Take a few minutes to talk about contest selection. Me and Jay get asked by users daily, what do you think about entering high buy-in championships, mostly by new users? This is a very bad idea. People see a huge payout and get crazy. I try to tell people they are far, far better off entering several low buy-in contests than they are to enter a few larger buy-ins. The reason is called variance. Anyone, and I mean anyone including me, can have a bad draft. One bad draft claims a huge portion of your bankroll when your buy-ins are so huge. Doing many, many lower buy-ins brings far less risk for a single draft killing your entire season. Even a few bad drafts won't take much of a toll. This is how most of the top players do it. They do dozens, if not hundreds of leagues in the low buy-ins to limit risk. People say it takes too long to do that many drafts or manage that many leagues. If you are trying to win cash, or if you are wanting to get in large buy-ins, I have to assume you are shooting for a couple $1,000s. Fantasy sports and buying an app does not mean you are going to win thousands with no effort and just be able to print cash at random. Just like anything that earns $1,000s of dollars, hours and hours must be spent to do so. Fantasy sports is no different. Now sure, combining top projections with the app vastly improves your odds. But remember, you're not the only user we have. We have thousands of users. Many, many top pros use this app. Do not assume you are the only one who uses our product. In those championship contests, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of other people who use our product. There's going to be top pros who use our product in those leagues. There are many, many things for users to consider when trying to step up to the pros. However, raising your buy-in levels should not be one of them. Draft early, draft often, and your overall knowledge will increase as well, giving you as a player the experience even money or an app cannot provide. Gain knowledge while gaining income with as little risk as possible. That's the way to go. Speaking of risk, MFL 10s are a great way to improve your overall knowledge at very little risk. These are slow draft or draft master or best ball style contests in which one only needs to win 1 of 10 leagues to break even, and anything above that more than doubles you up. Even the worst drafter will get lucky 1 of 10 times. Far less riskier than most any other contest. These are also best ball or draft master style contests, so you do not have to worry about roster management taking up hours during your season. These are a killer way to build up your bankroll, and the app will help you dominate many of these. For users looking for some in-season advice of plays, I would like to remind you all that we offer the In-Season Lineup Analyzer. It will recommend a starting lineup every week according to the projections and your roster. It will even track add drops and waivers in your leagues, recommending both new players to add as well as who to drop. Another one of our many products designed to keep you on top of your league and game. Please let us know if you enjoyed the show or what you would like to hear us discuss more about in the comments below. As always, if you have any further questions or need further assistance in any way, please contact support at draftanalyzer.com. I am Misfit, and we'll see you in the draft rooms.